This is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. We are dealing with important principles that you as a church leader, you need to take note of. And very, very important because as a church leader, you need to be this influential church leader. You need to be this person who's able to train others. You need to be this person that mentors, inspires others as well, and also motivate them. Very, very important that you play such a role in the church. But you need to know some principles in your life that you can be able to use to inspire other people. And I want us to look at this principle that speaks about the leadership spirit is our inherent leadership potential. So the leadership spirit is our inherent leadership potential, and the spirit of leadership is the consciousness of our being. Because if you are not conscious of your being, you will not actually adopt your leadership. Now, this is made in the image of our Creator as well, and the attitudes that accompany that awareness is actually what we call leadership. Now, the leadership spirit is not is our inherent leadership potential, because if you don't have that leadership spirit in you, you are not going to be able actually to believe that you're a leader. We have spoken in the previous session that there are those of you that are not believing and don't actually believing in themselves. They don't believe that they are the leaders that they're supposed to be. Now, because of that, then you remain dormant. You don't want to rise up and take a leadership. You don't take the lead because you don't believe that you're just meant to become. But it's very important that you know that the spirit in you, which is the leadership spirit, is the one that is inherent leadership potential. It's the one that carries that potential in you that will deliver unto the leadership promise that you have and that which God has actually assigned you to do. And this is very important. So start believing in yourself, start knowing that you can become a leader, and let the spirit in you rise as well and make you aware that you are the leader that you are meant to be, and God will help you to be so. And that's very, very important. Now, the next principle that I want you to look at as a church leader is that every human being has the raw material for leadership, but most do not know, and most do not have the desire. Most do not have the courage or the will to use it. Now, we have got the raw material, all of us, of becoming leaders. And we have said this, that the raw materials have been instilled by the Creator. The raw materials have been built in us by God Himself, in whose likeness we are. Now, we have emphasized this in the different sessions, in the previous sessions, that because we are made in the image of God and His likeness, then therefore we have got the raw material that God has deposited in us. Now, most of us just don't have courage to use the raw materials. And most of us don't have just that energy to rise up and use the raw materials that are in us. Most of us do not have this way of just rising up and that desiring and say, I want to become a leader. Now, it comes from a desire of someone to say, I want to become a leader, because when you start to think that you want to become a leader, you are able to see those raw materials. And the Spirit of God in you start revealing the wisdom that you have. Start actually laying out the revelation of what you are up to, what you are having potential to do. And therefore, there's no one who's supposed to discourage you and tell you that you cannot make that, you cannot become that, and so on. You cannot become a leader, because there are those that discourages you and make you to believe that you cannot become a leader. And I want to urge you that you must rise up above this occasion of being told that way, and rise up against the spirit of telling yourself you cannot make it to become a leader, because you've got the raw materials within you. But you can only discover those raw materials that God has put within you when you start having a desire and boldness. When you start to have a courage of saying, I will take the lead. Because it's very important that you have that courage and that desire to take the lead and say, I want to take the lead in this area. And the good Lord is going to use you as well and make sure that you take the lead, because that desire and that courage will be injected into leadership by God himself, because God is able to help the people that rise up with their desire, and God is going to inspire you to do so. Remember, these are the raw materials that are within you, but you can only discover them when you've got the courage and you've got desire to rise up and become who you're supposed to be. The other principle that I want to bring about before you, that I think you need to know about, you need to take a note of as a church leader, is the fact that true leaders or true leadership is an attitude of the heart that is best to a renewed understanding of purpose. Now, it is best through the heart, or it is an attitude that is the best of the heart of a human being, but that must be coming through the renewed understanding of a purpose. Now, I've said that sometimes we discover our purpose, but we don't have full understanding of the purpose. Sometimes we are seeing what our purpose is, but it's still so abstract to an extent that you don't know the simplistic form of that particular purpose. And when it's still not in its simplest form, it is going to be difficult to articulate it. Now, what we are saying is that the true leadership actually comes up when the nitty-gritties and every single step of your purpose becomes revealed to you. When you start to understand smaller details about your purpose, and that is when you understand what your purpose is all about, and that will actually bring about that motivation within you, and that will make you to rise to the purpose and make you to rise above yourself and become a great leader. Now, we say that this attitude of the heart, it is always there, but that attitude of the heart becomes dormant in you. That attitude of the heart then becomes something that is like a sleeping giant in you. As a church leader, we would love you to be aware of that, because so that you can be able to watch towards rising this sleeping giant in you, and therefore have what we call a renewed understanding of your purpose. Because the renewed understanding of your purpose then injects some energy in you. Then you would love then to reveal your leadership outside, and people start to say, wow, this person is a great leader. And the reason is just because the sleeping giant in you now is rising up, because there's a renewed understanding of your purpose. And when there's a renewed understanding of the purpose, then you become totally a different person in the approach through your leadership. Now, finally, as we close today, which is the part 5 that we're rounding off with, is this principles that speaks about you were born to lead, but you must become a leader. You were born to lead, but you must become a leader. So in other words, there are those that may not even know that they are born to lead. But we want to announce to you as a church leader that you are born to lead. And therefore, teach others as well. Make sure that you encourage them and make them aware that they are born to lead, but then they need to take the lead now. Now, because you are born to lead, it is not going to happen that you become a leader automatically just because you are born to lead. It is very important for us to know that while you are born to lead, you must revive this sleeping giant in you of leadership and practice your leadership. And we have said in the past that you need to take steps, and sometimes baby steps in the beginning, whereby you take some steps of leadership in certain smaller areas. Lead at your corner. Let your light shine at the corner and where you are. Because when you start to lead within a small corner, then your leadership expands and you are able to lead in bigger corners as well. And next time, you see yourself actually standing on bigger stages. Why? Because you've actually started baby steps first and making sure that you are aware that you're born a leader. But then you must take your leadership. So as you do so, it starts small by baby steps, as I've said. And those baby steps, if you nurture them and consciously look up to them and make sure that you multiply them, then you become this great leader that you are meant to be. And everyone in this world who is a great leader will tell you that they've started somewhere. But where they've started is when you realize that you're born a leader, but then you cannot lead automatically if you don't take the lead yourself. So it's a responsibility of us as individuals to take the lead on our own. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. I hope that you've learned quite a bit out of this topic, and I hope that you'll take us up as we continue with other topics going forward. Don't forget our YouTube channel, which is under Young Men Empowerment Forum, and it is under Micornus as well. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure that you click notification button as well. We have got Facebook page, Church Governance Solutions, and Facebook page, Micornus. So please make sure that you do click like on those pages or follow on those pages and follow us all the way through, and you will gain a lot out of the topics that are still unfolding. But don't forget also our TikTok account, which is very key for you to share as well through the platforms of WhatsApps. Please share with platforms of Facebook Messenger. You may share as well through emails for those that care to listen to us and follow us. So please share the links to the people that you think they will gain out of this talks. And I believe that the good Lord will bless you as you do that. I want to check out right here, and please allow me to check out and say cheers for now.